So, as our next speakers, we have Paolo Taiman and Amira Abib, two individuals that have been building together. They are a power couple within the industry from the Netherlands, moved to Dubai, and have a military and financial background. They've put those mindsets, those mentalities into this business and created massive growth. Please help me welcome them to the stage.
Hello guys!
Hey guys! Welcome to the Business for Home Masterclass. I'm very privileged to be here, and I'm sure that all of you guys have enjoyed all the fantastic speakers up till right now. Before I'm gonna get started, I quickly want to share a word of gratitude, obviously to the Business for Home team, not only for what they're putting together today, but also for all the contribution and value they have delivered over the years. In fact, I want to make directly a statement actually right now, a confession I would say, and that's that 9.5 years ago, when I started in this industry and I got introduced into a business, I didn't take that business so seriously until they used the tool of the Business for Home website. And from that very moment, because I was able to see the news, the statistics and the facts, that's what gave me the confidence to make the right decision.
Thank you, Ted, because what you have done for us in 9.5 years ago is that I had my biggest business tool, Business for Home, to use when I was doing every presentation. And today, being invited here is a super honor. Thank you so much. But let's move on. Today, we're going to talk about our unique journey, because we started almost 10 years ago. And in those 10 years, we had quite a bumpy ride. We had a lot of great ups, touching the moon, but very deep lows. So we went to the rock bottom of the ocean, and we're going to tell you what happened and that you can use whatever we have gained as our biggest lessons in life to make it a big success.
Well, to go back to the journey, I want to take you guys back completely to my childhood, because I think it's important for you to understand what we went through and where we are today. So for me, since I was a child, I've seen my mother always battling for two major causes. One, her health. Second, for our community, the Cape Verdean community, she has been doing a lot, especially when they got an independence from Portugal, to give the people like opportunities. So that being said, I want to take you guys through that journey, because me growing up, being like a very little boy, I saw my mother battling with cancer, fighting cancer. She had breast cancer. Unfortunately, one breast amputated, and eventually she was good. Second time cancer. Again, breast cancer. Same thing happened. Third time, unfortunately, right before my 8th birthday, she passed away. Why am I sharing this with you guys? Because where I am today is actually based on this initial foundation. Because I remember that on our burial, on our funeral, at that time we had thousands of people walking literally from the church, going to the graveyard. We had thousands of people, and I still have these old video recordings. And when I look at it, I always realize that what she left behind was not an amount of money or whatsoever, but it was the value that she gave. And up till right now, up till today, every time people know that I'm the son of, they used to speak with me with a lot of passion, with a lot of gratitude, always telling me how strong my mother was. So on a very young age, I got confronted with the fact that none of us are here for always on this world. So I always wanted to have an impact. And growing up on school, I always used to say to the teacher, I want to have an impact. But when you grow up and you turn 18, what do? So for me, the closest thing what I could do, having an impact, was actually joining the Dutch army. I joined the army on the age of 18. I've been 7 years in the army. I've spent different missions, Afghanistan, this and that. And eventually, after my last mission, I still remember it as the day of yesterday. It was 2011. At that moment, I decided not anymore. Based on my experience there, I thought no. Because of a simple political decision, everything what we will build up was for nothing. I would not do it anymore. 2012, My unit got appointed to go to the first next mission in Africa. I thought I will not go. But what do? I started looking for opportunities. And right from the very start, when I got introduced to the first network marketing exposure, I didn't necessarily thought that this was it for me. But I thought, based on Business for Home, what I just mentioned, that if so many people globally are making an impact, if so many people globally are earning an income, I might not be that top earner, but at least I can make enough to make a living and gain some time to know exactly what I want to do. So starting back then in 2012 with a deadline of 7 months before my mission, I decided to go all out. Most of the people I know, they start with a do or try mindset. But from day one, I knew for me, it's literally do or die. With that mindset, I've been running 7 months building, and after 7 months, I built a significant organization that I could leave the job at the army, and from that moment, it exploded. I was able to reach the top ranks in the compensation plan and was on top of the game.
Being on top of the game, got married, 2 years, 2 kids, and imagine being on top of the game and losing everything again.
Well, losing everything was an understatement, I think. We went rock bottom. So what am I speaking with losing everything? From the very moment that we started losing everything, I still remember actually like the lowest point in our lives, going back like to traditional business, opening up an own clothing shop, struggling.
Going back into a job, back in the rat race, trying to make an income, with that income trying to have like stable expenses, trying to, deliver whatever you can for your kids, coming to the point that, life was bad. It was very bad because we were struggling. It was difficult. There were times that we just couldn't pay for the milk for our baby, and that's unimaginable if you're on the top of your game in network marketing and you lose everything you have. So, when you think like, your prospect didn't come, he didn't call you back, he didn't show up to your events, you think you killed your mindset. Imagine losing everything, being on one of the top earners in the company, losing everything. Trust me, your mindset is buried then.
So I remember that we started making the decision to get back into the industry after being out for nearly a year. And at that time, I remember it was very hard. Why was it hard? Because I think that everyone can relate that in network marketing, I believe you can be once lucky, but twice is impossible. I think you rather win the lottery. So I started doubting myself, being completely broke, being rock bottom, doubting myself. Wasn't I lucky maybe the first time? Wasn't it that I had the right timing? Wasn't it that just that company was perfect or whatsoever? All these question marks in my mind. But we decided to join forces. We decided to go all out. I still remember as the day of yesterday that we brought the kids to grandma and grandpa and we asked for their commitment for a year because that year we would not be a lot in the country.
Yeah, we went to all of our family members and we told them, look, we took the decision we want to go back, but we need your help. We can't pay for the babysitter. We can't pay for the crash. $400 a month is too much. We just can't pay for that right now. But we want to start all over again. We brought the kids to the family, made the commitment, and we made a new list of names. And we started inviting and calling every single person that we knew. We started bringing everyone to our table in our house every day, presentation on presentation, presentation on presentation, throwing pizzas in the oven just to keep everyone, healthy or not healthy, but at least to keep them feeded as well. But presentation after presentation until our house was too small to do any presentation anymore. And then we went over to Zoom calls every day, from Zoom call to Zoom call, from Zoom call to events, from events to building massively national, from national to international.
Yes, and literally I believe in 10 months' time, we were able to build a huge organization. We became the top 2 earner within the company. We were able to earn multiple 7 figures in our first 10 months' time.
43 flights.
53 flights in nearly 10 months' time. So you can imagine what we went through, but it was an amazing journey. Unfortunately, after 10 months, the service became unprofitable and we needed to move on.
We needed to move on. And we had accomplished our dreams bigger than I ever imagined back then. And we felt like invincible. This is the moment that you just fly and everything feels just bliss because you're not on the top of the game, you're touching the moon. And we felt like this can never break. This, nothing can wrong. So we got involved because when you grow, you want to grow more. That's natural. That's what people do. When you grow, you want to grow more. You get your accomplishments and your goals to another level. And we came to the point that we got involved in a very, very, very good company, but with very bad partners.
We invested all of our money to set the company up. We invested everything we got, time, effort, commitment, whatever it was.
We took ownership in the company. We left our home-based business from Holland and we moved out to Dubai, and we moved out with all of our family.
Yes. And long story short, we got screwed.
Yeah. We, when I said we lost everything this time, we lost, plus we went into minus 100%.
Yes. We touched again rock bottom, but right now it was different. Right now we had a lot of confidence. Right now I was fully confident, and I thought, if I start right now again, I know exactly what I need to do and I will bring it to the top. But it was very confronting to know that as soon as you hit rock bottom, where I was used to speak with 10 people and 10 people would sign up, right now I was speaking with 10 people and none of the leaders were very committed, let's say like that.
We made a new list. This time not 50, but 100 people. Nobody started.
It was at that point that I gave up on leaders. I used to speak with leaders because based on the positions I had in previous ventures, I thought by myself, like, I don't need to speak with the cab driver. But I started doing exactly what I did 10 years ago. I started going to the basic. I started speaking with friends, family, people who never heard about network marketing before. People that had very minimum experience in network marketing. And from that moment, actually, I was able to get the ball rolling again. And I have actually a perfect example of how we used to do it, because we are here to hand you over some tools. So I remember going to Nigeria, speaking with people. I never used to travel if they were not able to fill a hall with at least 1,000 people. Right now, I go there just to speak with random people I know. And I remember that one person that I appreciate up till today, he told me, Paulo, I really believe in you, I trust you, I've been following you for a while, but right now, at this moment, I'm in a complex situation. I'm engaged for a while, and I made a commitment, right now it was July 2019, I made a commitment to, in 2020, get married with my wife. If not, it will be really embarrassing towards our families. So do you think that this opportunity will be able to deliver, to reach those goals? And I told him, sure, how much money do you need? He told me at least $50,000. And I told him, let's make a plan. We made a plan for 6 months, and I can tell you the date. 6 months from that moment, it was February 2020, yeah? So I said, February 2020. I said, let's do it, 22nd of February 2020. It's a nice date. He says, Paulo, are you sure? I said, 100%. He said, Paulo, I'm only asking for one commitment from you, because for me, there's no way back. Whatever happens, will you be there on my wedding? So that if it's a small wedding, I can say it's your fault, but if it's a big wedding, I will also give you this appreciation. I told him, you have my commitment. So long story short, ladies and gentlemen, we started working. After 7 months, he was obviously able to do an amazing wedding. He earned way over what his goal was back then. And at this very moment, this individual, he reached the top rank in our compensation plan. I believe he has earned over $6 million in commissions, and he has changed his life for good. What I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, with this is that if you have like a burning desire, if you believe in yourself, if you don't go with a do or try, but with a do or die mindset, nothing is impossible.
And I will tell you, the thing is, it's okay if your prospect doesn't come. It's okay that if your best friend who you want in the business didn't start with you. It's okay if your most special family member doesn't believe in you. It's okay if you have success and lose it all. It's okay if your husband or wife leaves you. It's okay. But it's not okay if you ever give up. That's just not okay. Because we're the living proof, 10 years in this industry, losing it all 2 times, and having now a 7-figure monthly income. I'm not talking about a year, I'm talking about every month. Yeah? I've never dreamed to come to this level in my life. I never dreamed that 10 years ago, when I was using Business for Home as a business tool to use the credibility of this website to show people this industry is massive. And when Paolo and I we used to promise people, look, we're going to go to the top, I never imagined that there would be a day that Business from Home would recognize us and invite us to share our story. And I'm super privileged. And I can tell you, when the second time we lost everything, and when 100 people on our list didn't start with us, the single 2, 3, 4 person who did start with us, we promised them, we're going to take you to the top. And why did we promise them? We'll take you to the top, not because we were guaranteeing them success, but we were guaranteeing them our commitment. We're going to do whatever it takes to go there. We're going to do whatever it takes to get there, even if it takes 5 or 10 or 15 years. So please, it's okay if it took you a lifetime to get where you wanted to go, but never give up, because that's just not okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are right now, I always say in my trainings that wherever you are right now is a result of the decisions that you have made in the past. So if today you are not where you want to be, if today you're not fulfilling your goals and dreams, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go back to the drawing board. It doesn't matter if you're already 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, or 10 years in your company. Today is the right moment to make a new decision, to make a new commitment, ladies and gentlemen.
100%.
And I always say that I believe that if you're able to make that decision, you can literally set the sails of your ship into the right direction. So that 6 months from now, 1 year from now, also you can be in a completely different financial situation. Ladies and gentlemen,
thank you so much for being with us. Keep tuned because there are amazing trainings coming up. But thank you for your time, and make sure you plant your flag today.
100%. Thank you very much, Business from Home.